So I came down to the lake this morning, kind of put me in the mood for thinking about water. I'm pretty lucky. I live about a 3-minute walk from this lake that has a little beach here, obviously closed since it's October, has a small boat ramp for kayaks and canoes, and then a beautiful park to go along with the lake. There's a camping area, a playground area, lots of picnic areas. So one of the questions I get a lot is, should we water our plants in the winter? So often we plant plants in the fall, especially things like garlic and fruit trees. You might be planting landscaping plants this fall and bulbs to bloom in the spring. So there's actually a lot of planting that can go on during the fall, and we want to make sure that those plants survive their first spring. So deciduous trees lose their leaves during the fall, and that's kind of twofold. One, it obviously protects the tree from winds and heavy snows, but the leaves are the primary place that the tree stores moisture. So if they lose their leaves and then we have a warm and very dry spell, that can be hard on the trees. So here we have a few different species of evergreen trees, and evergreen trees are evergreen and don't lose. We typically refer to these as needles, but they are indeed the tree's leaves. And so the evergreen does not lose its leaves during the winter, and it's still transpiring moisture. So if you have some smaller landscaping pines, or maybe you're planting your Christmas tree outside, the evergreen trees are susceptible to drought in the winter and do need some additional watering. If the temperature is above 40 and you don't have snow on the ground, especially in the more southern regions of zones 5 and 6, you might not have snow, but you're experiencing dry weather, and so your evergreen trees will need some water. There's a cute little chickadee. I don't know if it's too far away for the phone to get it, but you can hear them. They're flying around. All right, so I've been enjoying walking around the park. I'm going to head back up to the house and get some tips for you for watering during the winter. All right, we're back from our walk, and I just wanted to remind you that there are links in the description for an article about watering, and then a couple of other articles that will just provide more information if you need it. So we need to remember that the roots, are not, they don't stop working. They still need water. They still need oxygen throughout the winter. And so on those days that it's over 40 degrees and it's been dry, we need to monitor. We need to check on our plants, especially those that we planted in the fall. We might have garlic or growing fruit trees, or landscaping plants that we don't want to lose. So keep monitoring. So fall is a great time to plant young fruit trees in both zones 5 and 6. You're just doing the same as with garlic. They do need to be monitored. Remember that those roots are, they're 6, 8, 10 inches below the top of the soil. So dig down a little bit and check that moisture level. If you have a dry, warmer spell during the winter, then they probably are going to need water, especially if you're in an area that has not had a lot of snowfall, because those roots have not had a chance to be established yet, so they don't go out very far from the tree, so they're limited on what water they can reach. So they need you to provide them with that water, because like we said, the roots still need oxygen, they still need water throughout the winter. Even if the top of the tree has lost its leaves, that bottom part is still working. So where you have your planting is also going to matter. So right now this nice bed of juniper is in the shade of the deciduous trees, but when their leaves fall, the juniper is going to be more exposed. So even during winter, this would be an area that we would want to keep an eye on. If you have foundation plants around your home, then they are going to lose moisture sooner. Just like in the summer, that foundation is wicking away moisture from the soil around those plants. So they need definite monitoring during the winter. Garlic is a very popular plant for the fall. Garlic can be a little bit tricky in the winter. In fact, on my Kentucky farm, I had an issue of garlic actually getting root rot and rotting in the ground during winter, and I went to a raised bed method because garlic does need water throughout winter. If you don't have rain or snow and you're having a dry period, it definitely needs water because it's continually growing through the winter, even if you don't see that. And it also likes well-drained soil. So make sure to prepare your garlic. Some tips for watering in the winter. Water in the morning so that moisture has a chance to percolate down and get to the roots before the temperature might get cooler in the evening. Use a soaker hose. Definitely don't use a sprinkler system or spray, like don't take the hose and spray the garlic. If you don't have a soaker hose, just place your garden hose, ground level. So you're watering the soil and not the plants. So if I missed anything, feel free to ask questions in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and also let me know what kind of videos you would like to see from Fox Run. So thanks. Have a wonderful day.